Dear brothers and sisters, today we celebrate again the feast of the guardian angels. And I said at the beginning of Mass that it is our feast because all of us have guardian angels. So we have an individual fiesta to celebrate. Everybody has fiesta to celebrate today because all of us have guardian angels. If you see most of the photos, the pictures that are depicting guardian angel, you would find always a guardian angel accompanying a little child. It's never a guardian angel accompanying a matured person or an adult. It's always a little child. Why? Because little children totally surrender. Little children totally a symbol of humility. Because when we begin to grow up, then we want to be in control, we want to take charge, and somehow the guardian angels, we do not even remember or think about them, except on this feast day. So the little children are more disposed to that, and this is what Jesus talks about in the Gospel of today. When the apostles asked, who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? They are so busy about that, and it tells us about, this is really who we are, that the apostles are expressing. Remember on Sunday they were arguing amongst themselves, who is the greatest amongst themselves? And then today they are asking Jesus, who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And that tells us the whole human nature. We want to be in charge, we want to be in authority, we want to control. And this is what Jesus tells them, that you must become like little children. You must become like little children. If you have to let God walk through you, then you have to surrender like a little children, like a little child would often surrender everything to the mother or to faith or to anything. The child does not care about what he's going to do or who is he going to control or what. No, he surrenders totally. And these guardian angels, who are they? Who are the guardian angels? We do not see them, but the church is teaching that they are always with us. And I think if we are very keen and very careful, we'll be able to see the work of the guardian angels in our lives, or even in the lives of people. I remember a friend of mine who, for some reasons, he wanted to go on a journey and he just decided, no, I'm not going to make it. I just feel terrible about this journey. And it turns out that the journey ended up they had an accident and everybody died in that car. I would ask, what made him not to go? He cannot explain that. I remember one day I was going for Mass to Sumo, a funeral home, and I was a bit late during on that day. So I had just climbed the flyover, the one on Diversion Road, going towards St. Augustine, towards General Luna, that flyover. And I was really on high speed. It was at night. I was late for Mass already. And just right in front of me, just below the bridge, a group of young people, teenagers, I'm sure they were even drunk because it was a Friday, just crossing the road at random. And they just appeared right in front of me. I did not know what to do, but I don't know how I managed to step on the brakes. And I just stopped right in front of one of the children, because when they were crossing, they realized it was too late. Others were trying to cross, others were trying to go back. And I didn't know how to swerve, because if you go this way, you hit one. If you go this way, you hit another one. And I just stopped right in front. You could hear the tires slip up and I just said, thank God, because I always remember to say the prayer to the guardian angel before I start driving. I recommend that for all drivers. When you're driving, when you start your car, please pray to the guardian angel, so that when you have an accident, don't say, when you have an accident, always ask yourself, did I pray to my guardian angel? Because the gospel first reading from Exodus chapter 23, verse 20 says, the angel always goes ahead of us. That's so important. It goes to prepare the way for us. Always goes in anticipation of whatever thing is going to happen. And that is why we need to call the intercession of the guardian angels. In the psalm, we hear the same thing about the guardian angels watching over us, and that it will keep us in all our ways. In Psalm 34, verse 8, it also reminds us that God sends his angels to encamp around those who are faithful to him, to guard them always. And so it's so real, my dear brothers and sisters, the presence of the guardian angels. But remember, we are bosses over these angels, so they only do whatever thing we ask them to do. If we do not tell them to do something, they will not do it. They leave us free. So we have to ask their intercession. We have to ask them to guide us. We have to ask them to be with us in everything that we do. Remember, it's only when you ask them, then they would act. If you do not ask them, they will leave it. Okay? But to end this, I just want to ask, I always imagine this, that if all the guardian angels were to have a meeting, a big meeting, maybe in Manila there, and all the guardian angels were supposed to meet there and give a report about the people they are guarding, what are they going to say about you?